this idea that we have crossed over from the information age to the age of insight. What does that mean for me if I want to become a professional Instagrammer, or if I want to start a restaurant, or let's just apply that to a
Yeah.
couple different businesses? What does that look like?
Well, I mean, in some ways, you could say every business today is an internet business, right? Because even like your local restaurant takes online orders, or we've got a toy shop outside my window here in my office, and they sell toys for kids. Well, they have an online store, so you can do curbside delivery. So the internet's just part of every industry now. So we can kind of set that aside as it used to be a category, right? Or if you're an
Yeah.
internet
Yeah.
business or not. And now it's just kind of part of everything. But so the most important thing to think about is the fact that what you're selling to someone, what you're creating with your business is a solution. Now, a solution, there's a lot of different formats for that. And this is true across all time, but just talking about right now, if we break business down, it's creating a real solution to a real problem for real people. So if you're a restaurant, well, the solution you're creating actually probably depends on which real people you're serving. For example, McDonald's, which is a restaurant, their solution is that they wanted to create cheap and convenient food for people who are on the go, who don't have a lot of time or a lot of money. And so it's like that's their real people, are these people who are on the go, who are busy, don't have a lot of time or money, and they want to create this real solution of saying, look, that's their problem. We want to create a solution of this cheap, convenient food that's everywhere in the world. That's their solution. So other businesses, for example, Barino's is this restaurant. There's only one location. Sorry. There's one restaurant here in Columbia, Tennessee, where I live. It's a Southern Italian fusion. It is one of our favorite date night spots because it was created specifically for this. It's not like your upscale, like your $100 plate kind of fancy anniversary dinner. It's more than the average Chipotle dinner, probably,
Yeah.
but it's crafted as an experience. So you walk in, you're greeted, you're welcome to this table, you sit down. It's luxurious and leisurely, and they bring you the food. They have specials. They have a very short menu, and it's all amazing. So they're catering to a different audience, right? In both cases, we're talking about food,
Mhm.
allegedly, with McDonald's, but still with
Yeah.
Burritos, definitely. In both cases, we're talking about food, but the real solution you're creating is different. Here, we're creating the solution of an experience of savoring the moment, savoring the food, and creating an
Mhm.
opportunity for connection and conversation. So you see this in every industry, that if you're interested in serving people and looking around and saying there are real people with real problems, you can create a real solution. That could be food, that could be a blog, that could be a podcast, that could be an online course. Solution obviously is a pretty broad category, but the most important choice is who the real people are that you're serving. And if I could just emphasize one point on that, once you realize that entrepreneurship is about solving problems for a profit, the reality is today, after the chaos of 2020, the question you need to ask yourself is, of the people I care about in the world, do they have more problems or less problems than a year and a half ago? And that's, you mentioned Michael earlier. That's a question Michael Hyatt asked his business accelerator clients, and shared that question with me as well at the beginning of the pandemic and lockdown, when people were saying, oh my gosh, our business is, going out the window. Nobody needs us anymore. And he said, whoa, 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 do your clients have more problems or less problems than before? And everyone said, well, yeah, they have a lot more problems. You said, okay, we'll start solving those problems. Each of
Yeah.
those solutions is part of your business.